Yes, Osha na say sani ane e kono ya mamo akwa baba ST70 be so. Na ene de mo fanche ase de e wa around kakra. Na ene no ye mame Catherine Afeku. Interview bi a oye ne mu nsem a okekan e fa tourism ho ne plans a o mafa ene Kennedy Japan. Amo baron beji tumi na ne mo be ye amagana akone ni mu afa ne ntoma pa efra no. Otumu se ne ma eni suso pa ya kese pa. Enunti maboabo ano ena mese me de bra me pese wo hwe na utie asema maame enbonyamfo yi ewo a pese ka kire Ghana nyina na obo hu se na Ghana ye wanim defo pa mo ye den omo wonyansa omo ekoni nkoti na mo hu se nsem pa me damase
forever young. What is your secret? A secret.
I adore.
Oh wow,
solely grace.
Oh my fair.
Adore.
Because I want to say, me say, sweet well, where sweet is the sweet well.
Maybe I'm inspired by your grace.
Hey,
oh my smile. No, it's the baby. I'm catching some. Your boy tell I'm okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
Very well.
Me that say pa. And then you share what why you also for our share banner and to say kwansra ejumedie so banner creative arts any idea. Na we obi ana ubo homodin ye pam e wo honom ansa na Richard for no eba obi beka say dia na ubu nkomposhe we chia beka say that time na we opinion na we da no we ye ya enei no say what honom we so fulfilled say utimi e ma sa de ne bai
edikan medase mechia wahwefo na etiefo na mi wuram ya mo partner station back Nzima aja my Nzima ni de o me bo mo abaso Nzima FM almost mo fa live you come for so if you loop and Nzima FM for your damase say mwanya kwenya na mo project mini abna wo ba no tourism sector na ahobrasimu ayewra kofado ehwe Ghana mu nyina satam ne number 31 million na kofa Nzima ni akola ba ko beka na mamu hu me call hono policies bebre ya me da so hodai eni mpani for dwendwen ho de me kaya I feel very very proud. It's year of return. Year of return and it dear sebe the Ghana kodum pempensu bia obe hu says isi ano abaye standard African countries ni bi kwaya na bebre sebe efrey sebe boaye yina wo ye no mo ye ni sen and it's gratifying. Say mawo enije sunku bi say on my Ghana wo hwe ya bakosama 60s ni mo enkroma fi abrochire ba ye no ototo nsa frɛ ma comex no ne ye frɛ no Cassius Clay Muhammad Ali no empenfo akukudam aba Martin Luther King no nyina Maya Angelou mpodo tu betna anti sa yemfa ye nuanum fi no amra mebu nkompon no na ekoso but not at that large scale see 2019 into no year one of the flagship legacy program and project ye be kan bakose mo Ghana ye yakona nchima ba no da bia o mo kan me ka say oh rei ena ba akoso a still na wo ho ye see Ghana eat Ghana and wear Ghana and no so ye de bia me kan obi o ya ade o so obo na baso mi hia abrant your friend Datsun na o ye wango travel ansa na me be converting no o company fo ye de ne ba say bibie ni o ma so bi kyerɛkyerɛ no akwan ya o de be yi ne nsɛm no nti ne nsɛm kamu no ena mimi nya asadwe so say oh me de nkrofo tu kwan do mo ko Mount Afaja to me yewe ena me kwa me ye aduane so ma ho mo ena hwɛ atare hwɛ me tambia me hwɛ Ghana atare nte ho no ena sa precept by so this guy is making people see Ghana. And when he travels with them, they eat Ghana. And at the end of the day, he's wearing Ghana. So I penned it down, saying, that's a vetting for Ebie Kwayemaya. So we worked with that, and it was very, very successful.
Okay.
But year of return,
okay. So we share a Breno, Nasa Nema, we say in a buyer, Richard for the buyer. Emma wo feel is ade wodjuma nso eni ntina ma ye yiwa na
de bi o se yenum bia ye nyiwa ma no ne no me kai pa se uni aba ba komis ji o ye na bebre ebuafu na de na o ye adwuma na me se motiase a me ye adwuma e wa America
okay
wo wura adwuma mu a adwuma na nya wo dia Ghana no CEO ne president and esuafo workers enti ono na constitution he has the prerogative to appoint and disappoint enti who kwa adwuma mu a fa mo obosa wodia you're just a part of the system nti se nyame na adom na no na dream chire mu ne mpanimfo say ye be you afie do be ko a woda na se na watia so. Remember, it's a privilege to serve in somebody's government. Enye wo proprietary binomo I mean person me bo bi but when you take it too personal now it makes you petty because eduma na nya wo dia.
Nti beka sasa bre na yi wo no.
Debi kra. Me makoma mu no. When your opportunity cra say 2 days and how they serve ya. It's in history. Say me by was a former tourism minister. One can say former tourism minister na we try 2 years. No. The record is there. You were a former tourism minister and it's a privilege. Baby I me fino. 60s no money minister. So from 60s to 2017 it's quite a record. It's a numpo it's an achievement and it's a privilege. So baby you fee I watch me a page bedu baby say anka was a cabinet minister. So serve 1 week cry. I say baby I made that year and in penny for ne can ho so for me I made my mark and I made history. That's enough for me.
Now what can say sir a year of return no later na be beyond
the return.
Are there na change no
because we had already crossed 2019. So say 2019 na ye 400 years ye di yenuanom ye busuafo across say Atlantic no into a year 1619 to 2019 till D 2019 we was the first ship a day yenuanom be kwa Jamestown or Virginia into omo no Jamestown to Jamestown omo buy before penny for kakra buy into 2019 pound now untumi nka say year of return egu. So we have to come up with a new policy that now we are looking at beyond the return. Into no na yera be ku Santana no so no shemukina pia ebedu mre bi so no you come up with something because Ghana no me the tourism at Makoma so see a branding. Ghana is the center of the world. Uko nkro bebre Kenya, magical Kenya, Zimbabwe falls into Ghana no ye de no see nya brand. And you can easily go to beyond the return, year of return, then you go to Ghana, center of the world. You're very hospitable. Akwaba no ye DNA. But who ton ikura is a chrono dosu. Tourism dollars na ko baby a. Nti also we unique marketing brand bia. We bo Ghana.
Boy ani hu say we
nti no name say be next phase of our tourism journey. But for now I think the Akwaba, the year of return, 30 December.
So back to that, out of that year of return, beyond the return, and a 30 December. And so if we mobile year now,
there be 30 December no, and no about 2016. And say bemo. Brantiwa ofi Nigeria. Mr. Easy.
Mr. Easy.
No, no, that you rave, that it no evolve. Yeah, me wa bem December. GH December GH nti na no nye ne de December so nipa de oyadia o say we dey credit de ma no enye yen ya ban ne ba ya de bae. It started into no yen wo dome ho no yura Bishop Duncan Williamson chain ho no nti eye ono na minim say because me shia no e Fiesta Royal so de ebisa no emunsam and no cry to kwan call me constituency say be hwe Ghana no afana ne bebre so abetu aye wadwuma bi wo nti that's what I know. Ye dey shame kina na December in GH. It's na boom. So we have the 30 December, we have the beyond the return and still the year of return because symbolic bebre no eba because after 400 years now so but we need to brand Ghana. It is here Ghana, the most hospitable nation. Ghana, center of the world. Ghana, welcoming. So there has to be a tagline. Obia obetibiano obetumi, and it takes time. Focus group, ninkrofobe kasana adwin ayebako, but over and over no center of the world no attractive. Yes, I see.
To because see, Mamenko Ghana, yes, center of the world. Dear Kosovo.
Now, Esida, Yawabe in 2018, the Queen of Denmark, Ebaha, and I mean, chieftaincy minister at that time no ye no chaperone into ono no e kan abakosem say ne papa no ne nananom na ye osu Christianborg castle so no ya aware say Meridian no e fa ha ntia de ne ko by him money in Pabogu it's in the sea. So there is just a symbolic stone be water maport until nante form edinisa ekoka obo ni say ne nananom edisa nkomo say na eboa marine voyages. So it is something that Ghana can claim center of the world.
Now, last December we had any dear what's in a dirty December.
Yes.
Emma binuma akasa edi afa won say is it a Ghana dirty December and then you say no mu dirty or mo ankasa bi o shata di bi obi be shani. Do you think say that is the focus? That is how I see a project even if say abranti we bi na sha se na edi na say evolve ya babedru sa now na say eni ekoso ne say dey si dwene any appearances aya na efri mu eba no. Do you think that that's the right thing?
Also Ghana no ye omaya amamre wom the tradition and to nasi but we no call New Orleans for America Mardi Gras. It's ye bibi before they require a fancy dress no mayana the tourism revenue e macro no we know it can be repackaged so you do investment forum omo bano yes ensanom na aduane die ne fashion ne keke but you can add
honorable fashion no na question mark
no because you can repackage because generation na eba no we try say we be show mo susu bebra the redirect abeku Santana de obedi madase ye ba ba South African government etwa ticket ma ye musicians ne stars no ma omo go free akoton South Africa. It's a way in a marketing strategy, but you have to find a very nice way to refocus the energy. One more bar, or see our investment forums, apart from tours, you know, or see a no more in Crow outside Accra, and also say, Abia tour within Ghana, and I say, ye partnership in small scale industries, focus na but trying to regulate the freedom of association, any constitution chapter 5 of our constitution, your freedom of association. Inti ya waso fo bebre, ya wo opinion leaders bebre, ya bepe kwan pa bi so a ubebu omo be se ntare bi wo ho a se bi mpreduasa ano shikakra. But you cannot regulate freedom of association, and it also is attached to economic activity. Policy obetumi aye, if we focus more on the see Ghana, eat Ghana, and wear Ghana, then you move to tourism investment. Nti nipa na ba no say 10,000 bi no de buy onim say obetumi ton asase bi wo onim say obetumi anya business oni scanning na na anigem. So it's just redirecting the enthusiasm na mebunu no edeba obi atwa ticket to America waba wati Ghana oba ne average sky $4,000 obi di nyina sika na beka how na say wo kire ni say oh ebi obetumi to shares e despite him to obetumi asan yaba oh ebi obetumi no obi yes Coco King investment and as a Tiger Nut and as a BB yes. So that is the next level like between no my no ka say abinatare na wo share no enya o maybe obeko Bali e wo de otumi kura say be thank you. So we need to package it well without giving moral restrictions.
Okay.
You can redirect, but you cannot impose these moral things. No. A strategy. One can yes a while background in Ufi. Opie now you metupon or maybe
Waka kasa
oh you're born 9 I was so back was adesa biblia. There is a way omo be ye ma ebusuafo a wo mo ba a relationship no ene ye kasa ko a on be hu se amamre bi wo kro we mu a entare bi wo ho a ya amamre no ene ni ebura wo ni ko Mardi Gras me makobia eno ma hu no ano pa so afi bia wo mo ko nanti si waba ni say no na atudi say efra wa bena subai we ni abena no enko so obinya enuhu bi ni ntiase na ko ye ne mra kase se na ye krom ha ye nhwe we obeko South Africa omo hye obeko Bali saskana ka obe spend wa no obeko nti we need to repackage our values to suit the new generation and their enthusiasm.
Okay. Ye sha ban ba ye afi mueni and last year so year December make I before prior to AF festivity no and jinema bi course one ye Dr. Nkrumah the birthday and I'm a kaise ministry no eba Western region my activities be break also. You being a former minister on that for that sector no a sign na were you happy obeka say and also be so obeka say nyame na me ye dia eni bi ankoyi mama nje wa
I was there. I participated. Yes, you know I was there and I participated fully. Abeku Santana ni Ramabo and Mabaso. By virtue of being a tourism aficionado. I project Ghana. Mantinefi. Me ko bi me chantumana or ntumano kra mi GB. If rebi. HSM me Ghana ni mapa. But most importantly, I love the tourism. Nti ba na omobae no me ginam na saka no metonyom ne ekobo 3. Now
also you think that sometimes a true point to be see a devoid of politics.
Of course.
Na idea of national interest na see
we have to rally around it. And into that me call me from ntoma me gina mu bi say we ye ton Ghana. And my brother Amabuaso did a good job. They renovated Nkrumah's original birth tomb no maybe ana or once Rollins mo be ban crying no and o ma me fie areas nya say the honi enyi in mo abakosam. They did a very, very good job. So now it's a tourism destination. Obagana na say wo mre no so kakra. Then you have to come to Nkrofo and see how it was like where the first president grew up. Hey, tourism mo Washington I go Lincoln Memorial. So we Democrat Republican and found. So we cannot divide this nation on political lines. Tourism no broni no bibi no no ba or political ideology. So I made that bold statement. I was there. I went through it all. Okay. Okay. So it was good. And it should be repeated. Amplified. And then into traffic, management of the traffic became a problem. We did 3 hours from a junction to this, almost 3 hours for just 2 kilometers. It was scary. Whoa. Yeah, I mean it's good publicity, but we can manage it well. And be a casting in Paco baby. So a lot of things can be done. Eventually, then you park in Siama and then you walk down. Okay. So, but it was a very successful program. Okay, very.
Now, everyone yembra mo party.
Yes. The new patriotic party.
Hey, so what kind with pride?
Hey,
sir.
I've been here for almost 22 years now.
Okay, internet is a new offense. Okay, yes, Nkugua.
Yes.
Mudiye. 2024 abatwa ekoso. Abra ekoba said that time flag bearer. A concede now wo hefa
na me collation center because I'm running 2024 as a candidate going back again na victory na amano na moram but the defeat was devastating obi MPP ni sabi ne fika kra wako akensie da de yefam no say one kind of credit say it was traumatizing na leadership and what touch makakra. It was a big blow. Made them friend with tsunami. It was a tsunami. 276 constituencies, you lose 199 seats in the net to talk to say the mango to top. It was devastating. Into no credit back up. Me na me collation center. Yebo 2 a.m. Now we see so your friend you say and hina it's about 8 a.m. Now you're going to grab the quality because you're overseas territory in Sionechi, Cobra our side, but still no. Now to me as a parliamentary and they said you have 120 police stations, you add it together, even if it's 1 vote difference, it's a win or lose. But presidential no see a train Emma 276 at least. By 250 kraba, then you can do your projections and realize yeah, I spoke to the national security at that time. Because trickling it doesn't look good. But he was not definitive. Say, train say easy. Mami Jane officially at the better say marry. And then people when you say no paper antimeno na sana na mi it has to be officially declared but manisa and no abesinko but it was a big blow for the party.
So
it was big.
ubu nkompo ehwe wo constituency na sabre no ugina ye na wo hwe mu abakwasem obgase 2024 aba sabre no ugina ye wunya ye no wo de toto afia esen twa mu a eno so na margin it say
the strange thing is meme hono every 4 years I augment. Okay. Started 2008, 16,000. 2012, no, I think it was more than, no, I got 12,600, 11,600 the first time. And then the second one, 13,400. Then the third one, 16,000. The fourth one, 19,000. Every 4 years, you know. Me no me vote in the constitution traditionally. Akufo-Addo as the candidate, I was always 1,500 above his vote. From time I'm imagining 08, 12, 16, 20, 2024. Yes.
As a
person, as a candidate.
But not president.
And then you're president as a person. It's the party.
The party.
So Zima is predominantly a CPP enclave traditionally.
Okay.
But antecedents, you know, it's a nipana original. No,
na so we no eto be as a NDC candidate no bana na margin it say
1,000, 1,004. Sometimes less. And see gaps no na enso even winning no we near difference of 2,000 or less.
Oh.
Yeah, it's always been way no crana is 2,200 and something.
Oh.
Yeah, and this is like with the tsunami. Your dynamics no different. Yeah, typical safe seat for the new patriotic party. But every 4 years,
now appreciate,
and then the presidential diminishes. But we know, even between me and candidate Bawumia, there was a difference of 1,500. Yes, so it happens all the time.
Were you shocked? Eba say ulusi seat no?
Not really. Oh, say we a politician, I a veteran. Me ma call 5 times. Me wini mienu, me lusu miensa. Now what say? Uko joma say yento mamu. Nti eya omo asebe, omo mo tie, omo she coat. Eya no omo cancer, but we think they are joking. Who read joma? So madam, I feel yento ma. When are you doing? I'm party ni yento mamu. Now, so you have to go overdrive. Oh, Mr. Mukoto mami. Na manto ameku na mengo meko yede. Yes, so you meet elders in the way they are alive. Will be sound mekachiro. So mo ku ni dia fi yento mamu, and it's just a host of things. So we knew, but you're a politician. I have this crazy illusion. Say,
in denial.
Snippets no they never across board. Uko baby now we nya sa sentiment no. Say enja na profoka. And I remember when the afforestation issue be and me hono so the gold mrantie ni abesho amonioma. So there were a lot of things that precipitated, and then we cry you $2. So you know if you fall aqua 17. So there were a lot of issues, but you hope beyond hope is obe winning. Obia ni wa election audition it himself. And that is the political illusion.
But because people want money will say it's so glaring.
Not for a politician. Not for a politician.
I'm blocking
baby. Who be sa waka baby dan latte. We are quite election or winning so be winning. And that is what I call the political illusion.
Okay.
Who were politics no more. Be anywhere chesa we there and could go and that also insulates us. So who can see now as you say you're already defeated.
I
and
see.
You have to have a political mindset.
Okay. So now do you Ubaka say nkugo na ba ye no eye factors bebre na keka bo mu a e de san nkugo ne ba ye na say so what say na have ka say even make up me do see there, but so we share the general thing na we say the particular thing na no pa na e gina ye e wo nkugo no mu pa
say ma ko video bebre so me from my experience, I was a spokesperson. We've been through a lot of elections. Factors no na bebre, but they did more continue the economy. And no di nchinchiba. But anyoma bebre. But no nana was a what tin bebre. We jom and GDP and inflation. What catch us say? Anyoma no aboa yede. And now ko jom kra we train no eshe. So that is the economy.
Okay.
No. so what no be 20 if I say no you one and sana but it cannot be just the only thing. Then you are being disingenuous.
Okay, enti one more MPs no mo come ho boom sabre no eko omampanyin ho no say on sesa former finance minister at that time finance minister no honorable Ken Ofori na wo ka ho bi
Dabi
honorable unim say ka sika sem ne
na me di parliament as 2020 to 2024 na me ni go
2024 no in parliament okay but now okuko mu no na ususu say were you in support of
I was fully in support of it because omuna representatives of the people ayedo omo aba abem into minimum. I think there may be some audios out. I did. I supported the 88. They were brave. And omo catch papa ewo kukuam. And I remember because I recall they had a meeting or say mkamunya botre kakra na owie IMF round tibia. And then that came and passed. And then so the agitation started. I was there. I mean, at this maturity level, it could have been a very swift decision. That's the way Dikakra, only 1 week cry finance minister. Until when the majority now seats for so no MPs and Kasana, no one vote so we needed to have paid heed to that. So Mranti Sisi any portfolio for be money na e-levy. And also hard drink kakra. Inti sa nyome and it all comes back to the economy. It is almost a sana. Okay. In hindsight, would be ni much na. That's almost a sana. Ebia. Cancer science. I cannot be emphatic, but it is part of the what if. What could have happened? It played a role. Okay. It played a role because why would you sacrifice 88 MPs for one person? For what?
And do you think so? Then it means that as I say, there some money being so ebo or mampeni sabre no. Or dragging the feet on that. I
don't. It was maybe I do say I 10 days. I don't want to be part of the blame game culture for no. Within the man penny and fear and assessment here. It is to tie into who will be the next best leader. Obedi adie. Into if you ask my opinion at that time, say be changing. But I don't want to apportion blame.
But don't you think so? Sometimes the root cause it becomes a problem.
Well, the root cause is we lost the electorate. You know, catch and say you can't say munye and then no punishment in the opposed. You know, and going back to a statesman who has been in the trenches for almost 30 years, it will be disrespectful on my part. Me means so politics. Will be some. I'm very objective. At that time, you know, no cause and come mama America cry. Now or IMF round talks media and they do so amaso. No played a role, but to go back and blame Openia Sebi, on my money in a ashen then you are being disrespectful. When we value sinibino, your mamre will crew mu. Sebe into me, you papa nim kase umpabuati. That is where I come from. If you want to go through what made us lose, those were some of the factors. Who do you blame? The voters punished us, so there's no need.
Take blame on someone.
MPP no more. Who can? Obi akwadwo de no na e ballot no so ntene. I say bibi ehwe egu. Do ti jade no oye ma chance on ebi apportioning of the blame no. Bebre be no. But it is not necessary. Okay. Bibi ye do no. Yes, our homework no. Michael Kwe report aba. So who you who one waye. Me am and I'm not in a privileged position to find out, but based on recommendations nibi party ni dia adwuma so it's 10 days ya akai abena ye candy for or ba de chiachiaye no obetene no ntokwa ye be 2028 no enye betesa o ye wa ban mu kra no anye yi na se sia na ndc aba ese akokodwomu a the Otimadina market $7 $1 no kra on fe bi nton ade mama dollar what so it's going to be an uphill battle to face the goodwill that still no yantete ni omasu bia ho so wu rem sese na akogina market and I mean what momo no e dey na mo ye nti entete nko papa so you need a leader who brings something different, something fresh. Otherwise it can't be business as usual. It will be an uphill battle. So we are veteran. Also who picture na ye komuno. Now yes ye kotonyum ye kosa. No. Okay. We have to be very strategic to wrestle power from a group that sat back for 8 years.
Okay. Now talking about someone here, and better so Emma Moina say we a senior member Emma Honorable Kennedy Japan. Obeka say among a 5 aspirants in Nina, ono na who say obetimi ejitumi e de amam.
Undoubtedly, yes. Me makumamu enum ni nyina almost a fata. Ye nyina ye kwa kan say we internal. Enmity nankasa political enmity na ye nuanom e wo NDC we na ye busua e na konwa ato e na ye pe okandifo a wotena so a obetumi edi okonanim akwaji tumi aba me asase num ni nyina no ahobrasi mu ame makomam menim se ye de yewura Kennedy ohine Japan pa obewi ni nyese wo kan keke say emotional no it is backed by facts
edien facts no ebi
me ma o sabe abena me makwa elections embreno say a Ghana no omo doso eye mebu no womo ade a ha womo eye adwuma say me ma ye adwuma pen nti say bibia madu say Yewura Kennedy okobie adwuma ewo me peso aso a me menye bi na emebu no ewo ho between 8 and 35 osori anopa ni say sumna no won to me nye bibia no he gives them hope ono na ni message no it resonates with the grassroots. Obi Ekokana Samba Kennedy has been consistent. Jobs, creation of jobs, industrializing to create jobs. On DVAT, and sa wait to say, could you say no? And you're part of the team and in the messaging. It's about jobs. Me the benito from pa bena Mako election 08, Makobi 12. Makobi 16, Makobi 20, Makobi 2024. Oko forma nipa dodo no de omu kanu ena ho brasima o ye politician so tie. Uko joma yeseken. Ye ntan obi a omu ntan obi a o ye shoe make ojo ye ma fakera ba de ntu. So yes boss yate. Woko asori a ma fakena ma ebe de amamu ma mate. E ma kuofo bompa ye clubs ma fakena mra na ye ntu. So you have to listen to the base. And then the padodo no I wo form no na kasa eno nche se wo mo etan obi enum ni nyina no de obedi no em se o china mo beko meeting no so mo nya sa pact no se de obedi mo nyina mo be den mo be ka bo na mo di na chi se de 2023 nemom only one will emerge a winner into at my stature and age and experience baby amedu na say mean to me why na nka say ye way mom and ye de ko ebenya na just am being disingenuous into me no research kakra me ankasa maye
ewo wo mpesua so
and na baby bebre no we no mo kasa but me I was there just 1 week ago ko ye adwuma kakra we share almost madam ye de nyina na na ye wakeno na wo and na ba na be ka che say ye nyisi nti say wa ba wo na wo kasa etie I've been holding that place for 20 years. Into Amubrasimu Wakasa, or Moso Ejo Feso. Into no crepa we will get over 60% in my constituency. And it's going to be the same across MPC Bebre Omunim. One more qua, normally delegates some catches here pecan. And you have to respect their decision. Even
MPs now
their decision.
Even MPs, what MPs in Bebre, even woman now, woman declare more support and Dr. Bob. Omunim say
bebre
fomono
bebre na se nyina na yatikure mu kwa yi awote ukwa wasori awote ukwa dwoma awote wo ye campaign awote wo hia wo mukra okukuam na waka bibia cha wo hwe wo manim a wo se
ade eye den na wo si wo constituency mum eko determine obi constituency make say bia wo nko eye den na wo se said wo mpesua so wo ka say honorable Ken Ompe no enu nti na bebre na anim so wo so de nsa no
na TV any etie radio any edi yan so nkomo agro we no eti se yabusuako enti me mete enzema na ma frame nua bi ewo bono na ma bisa ja what is ade papa na na mo bodi di yo edi yan nkomo we have caucus we have platforms and we talk enti enya de je se wakotena wo dem na wachechire na me more constituency bi adin me si bebre and yenim de yeka because out of the 276 you know yes even within the ruling party we talk now for the why with you into entokwa bia ni ente mutumi frɛ wo colleague ebi ɔno mpo da ho wɔ parliament anaasɛ ɔno so wɔ fie no abisa ɛna wohwɛ nipa dodoɔ a ekuku dama epiepie ɔmo akɔfɔ mo na bɛsɛ ade yɛnyina yie a yɛwura yɛnyina yɛbɛn na yɛboa na bɛtu agye tum ama yɛ
wodi mo epiepie sɛsɛn
oh no you were here yɛwura keke sapɔnom yɛwura boafo nom GBA president amewunum esibe yeboanom abena oseyasare I mean I'm just mentioning those Kwaku Kwarteng they car say party for ne nyina na ye wo baabi na within the shortest time you know ya analyze us ade no say the air no we need power say petu media ahobrase mu awontan obia omo mo gina nyina omo nyina ya danfofo na ye wo chance 2028 woni why Ira Mahama no mining nyina door no man no sa 2.1 deficit for MPP no on kopio we gina simple so aka and a constitution no so no even if they were to change to bring a third term limit to Ghana affect one from 2028 onwards so the rules are very clear to onu befim NDC is going to go through what we went through in 2020 208 they are going to get a new candidate they are going to go through their primaries primary bia wo ya acrimony kakrabeba so omo emmo san komoni nwie enchichire enwie no na chese nka ye no ochinechi ya ye candidate no no so akonanim kakra so there is a very good chance but enye etched in stone election bia ni wa eye bete the me patch ni say yentumi insecure 2028 ebedin because omu tim the new candidate but not otumi cross here then you're going to have to fight again it will be after 8 years ebedin so this is our strategic opportune time how do be a grassroots no base no pen eye lotto ni eto election a win or lose why na wode ne kwa workers say wo adwuma mu ha epe why na wode kwa adwuma epe why na wode ne kwa asori for epe why na wode ne kwa boys epe girls epe ubisa sisi a wotie be phone na bisa say pese de omo maka ne bi kwa omeka che ompeken yem frɛ obi a wonim no mesuminim no just do an open you see it so
you think
the voices on the ground
you think say it's not about say obi a oye popular awako bi pen Ghana for enim no na say koba na nyese koba because obvious say more opponents omo the new face ene beba nti obi omo nim no ewo ballot sheet na so omo hu say nipa smese nti ebema ne popularity na akwa ekiri enye no na mo hia
na no kra na wo se we ya no 2023 Yera Kennedy Wokobi into about ballot no so
make the national
it is not about the national it's about your visibility sheet in the country eba no ballot sheet I was 6 times I send dump him work MP 6 terms
I know they say
they be I'm telling you about Ghana
I know Afeku this is a constituency
yes
and a banner presidential and no yet the whole Ghana
so let me help you with that omunum no mugina nyina obi akwa election da nti obi animu a we fresh Japan kwabere Japan wakobi da presidential wakobi adutum wako MP sisi on the 4th term anyway Brian wako MPT they have all been on a ballot box and a ballot paper it is argument it's not here or there obi animu a we fresh per se wo munyina akoda ballot paper so wo munyina akọ EC entity mu wo munyina ya to omo so abada wo hwe wo mu gina nyina Yewura Kennedy na ye mo senior because we gina 6 times and a presidential ballot no wakọ primaries November 2023 so he's got an upper hand wo mu gina nyina and we win 6 elections into strategies they win election you know what they know to omo maka no ho upper hand
ebano presidential dear back
he was a presidential primary candidate
enya primaries na meka national presidential
no I am more national visible than omo maka nyina omo nyina na Kennedy dear akwala akro dey yefumu kra enim Kennedy ono no ne Ghana first and I mean me some of the attributes are so when it comes to the to be fair to omo mujina nyina obi our visibility and omo nyina so akọ ballot so da omo nyina Yewura cabinet Japan presidential prime minister say 2012 say 2008 no owum nti enye ade foforo en adutwum wakọ MPs enye ade foforo Brian Abetifi wakọ on put he's got more visibility on Suhum 50-50 50-50 omo ya Kennedy akwa asen for 6 terms into obia ni race no mu a or ye fresh face and a bano say if you're going to go by that logic now Kennedy has had more successes in elections than all of them into say presidential ballot is a ballot 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 assemblyman kura wa election into a kind of visibility dey anko munum nyina dey say won dey obi abenya check wo message no how dey by 2024 now 2028
now you jobs okay so be mama 3
yes and mama jobs the second one is very courageous he's very bold and pragmatic and he has a message that resonates with the people he's very bold bibia ni wa sebe Kennedy into me e bae na ade bi nkoye wa ha obekata so amemu aso eno na menu mi sakakra ba me Kai Rawlings ye on my Ghana ya Fred Rawlings Junior Jesus baby akebeka say blasphemy because of his courage and his boldness on put the etuo eka sa akukuduro no ana nipa ne hu ni say hey obi odi discipline beba he's patriotic hwe omo mu gina nyina obi ase fatawo ba wo fa paper ne pen na wo bɔ no srem tifido e de besen kosi lubo Kennedy nsano philanthropy adwuma e wo ba bia etosu mienu Yewura Kennedy edin enye din foforo a wo be ko KJT akobisa se na mo pe Kennedy se on hwan no he is grassroots champion Kennedy akoda BNI because of our party Minkomau and no the middle name he's patriotic he's honest and he's disciplined and no nyoma bia Yewura no or the ni hallmark ukosrema said you won't and so teaching hospital where some generator said or the ebufusho so call say monje plant wo 37 here we dem do akwa 37 here cardiothoracic center no say nyina ya MPP4 nyina ya omamu why na yi ni 6 million na de koye si ho nti wa kire su bi say minya akwanya metumi atrem na enwuma na o kana nya theory o ahyiama enu na me wa ahyiama ensuo yesi special eyes we dey bisa of asapon no bottle na ensuo ni gumu no Yewura Kennedy when factory na wo ye na wo to na
omo ekoso
wo ho pa nya say yatum Ghana for eye adwuma ho onye nsuo ba plastic no ye he's created jobs and he's got the track record into so catch mebu no say obe create jobs omo jinedi enye theory and enye wish list I have the factories when I am given the opportunity to lead I will use that blueprint to do it in Ghana now nim dey fair abena I say my excited oko rounds say hana maba say ha den na wa ye kosege aye bientos nim say dan okra paste ye dan ho ekra tomato juice oko milk koma tomato juice efi say Holland o say China in toast pro wa Ghana o say maji asase wo mu kro we mu jame ye madom na say mo de akonya na mamia na the factory si ya enye executives ya na ebeye enye party fo ya na ebeye and he has the blueprint for success they to subio abena mo konyina obi a esefata Kennedy pe any executives na ye social contract oba o say krata we sign me so me sign nyame ye madom na me betina wa mo ye Ghana for and this for by so mo fa di pagum o mo fi Burkina and o mo fi Mali o mo ye Ghana for ba obekom na o party card kura no a ye na buy na aba you can't fold them so ye ba Yewura tefo be catch us say yes my name for party for also so sanyoma so he will make sure that the grassroots na name awiemu nam nsuo mu ayetutu nsuo gu omo so ye campaign no omo so benya omo nsan no adwuma ama bibi abafie because wo kofom a ebufuo no da ho ye campaign mamu a na mo kwa na mo nkae Kennedy say will correct these wrongs into message na tasum ono ne message ni no me share dan tie omo maka no but Kennedy message no it brings hope there is discipline and there is a sense of patriotism ye ko baby me krom na da biam the example ye hokube buy no se mo motete ha and otutu maye nyina so country wo ka ho mote ha and Nigeria for the trucks ebetri kube finzima edeko woni ma de omo de ye they
I think it's charcoal
briquette toothpaste flour oil and nyoma coconut nkwa eye no enwuma bɛn na yɛntumi mie na mrantie ti ekrom na omunye adwuma nye na omubuafu aban bi. It will be a thing of the past. Into wodi obi nam ekwa yenko obi ahwansa ene em obi adi ene em fasam bi anto obi aso we afimukuro we mu ye beye e value aka ho nti omo tie no omo koto aba no omo decide we in the next 10 days our focus is on how to get them to the polling center, how they're going to get there, and to make sure there's peace and cohesion in the party. Into yempe distraction bia aka 10 days abena omo koto aba no omo decide we nya afei na obeye manifesto foforo. You've had a whole year to campaign. Kennedy atutu ni omo wie and our pledge say nyame na esi hene 2023 minya 37+% no kra no anko yi ama me tu eguye ekodi minu echi de obenya bia no me onu na bia na no aka 2nd January e wo Love Temple e wa sorry them okan say me Kennedy akompreko e Japan say anko ama me a de obenya no ye nyina e be de echi bi so mo maka no so bia kan bia because onim say be kwama no I say Jacob Eniso onim se be kwama no nti on pese ahwete bi beba. We need to bring the forces together. Our common political enemy is the NDC, not yenya yejina. Nti sa akasa no eto akomaso ena bebre no say wo hwa obi a Canada koba ne die no
said honorable said we kasa udru point we say why you so excited. Obi bakasa aka 10 days Saturday be ni week pepepe na modi akwa hwehwe so it's see and dey say we so focus mum pay distraction bia
so bibia
and what sense so say about honorable Kennedy Japan we bold,
courageous,
very courageous,
pragmatic,
that was pragmatic,
honest,
and honest,
disciplined.
But 3 days ago
and
honorable can say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a liar
me pacho otifie and I know baby see we take things out of context.
Background no na enya wone boku delegate na ekasa wo rumor na camera ni there were videos about and now it's all over our address woman and that was where asemi free mobile say eye yera edubu ahem mo akasa mo panyina we nya na baby call na pomudinti and at that time primaries went to me and I think that was in relations to something like that. And do you know the emphasis is Aden Bawumia a liar, sir. He's a liar. That wasn't true. He's a liar. Now if Dr. Bawumia camp or release letter say Omrame Pacho. Don't you think say you're confused? See maybe insult distraction with somebody being courageous. But now no must state it clearly say asem no kan no enya no kre enti omra me pacho. How do you respond to that?
Abena the pa we the one farm man ka be ka say interview ya anye no say me buy na me emphasis on focus, no distraction, and the eye on the ball. 31st January 210,000 plus ebe to about 276 constituencies. So na meti hey Mati bebre manyeni nyina na obesoso and ye mo bi edin. There are certain regional chairmen, they go out and make some incendiary comments. I would TV one sister me oba na unweduru abrantie bi ni din koka on there say on the position bi itumi bo nsema efi abrantie one enum eba we ye penina wo party no mu na wo tia na wo ye ma show say MPP kwani saying ni nyina no esan say ye ekuo na ye mpese ye de eja ebegum na ye focus on 31st January into na ti say bad time oti bia na why dey watu egu na etumi kwa edu level bia na afi de eye ameno de wo kan say be me hwew ba me hu tape no nyoma na ba WhatsApp say na do and I won't dispute what you are saying anytime I say my contest no I always share bokofo on Zoom because I do know say oye eyi ewo Zoom na nipa bi sebe obi a otumi ewo ne ba etumi ka say Kennedy de oso mu bie ne tinimu and so many sister what here we don't have to repeat it on such a big platform and yet nti nka ebe ya nka me madwen kire in my experience and where we are at the juncture in the party. Nka me nua akomia nka letter no kran pharmacy say 10 days na aka no me ne wo an ofewura enkomo kakra ye we say we are deviating and going into who said what. Eno na dey adwuma beba abena no so me you no me ma prelude no
obi so beka say
me letter ama focus on the
omo say bibi ankoka papa enye grade
meba okay me ma final land na me ma rationale for not encouraging these things.
Enti wo ni say we penyina there are a lot of things you need to swallow and they said waka koka. Yes. I was only the bread here. So what I me na come I go to know of because I'm kind na kwakwa me say me ba chairman but enye wo no but what I say exactly enti wo penyin sana wo di bia wo say pre bibi no don't you think say ensase wo so na me nya adwene sa ensase wo ka because kwakwa yes say koka a wo bo ni dini ene koka ya sesi e wo kan sesi e ya when ne nim ne sa. But as an aspirant dear, obi animo and a bus is here so my body and there is a video and no hamo.
Mabena unim me say I say yes you gina popo no so na temptation no eba no. Me ameba no be me Roman you me Hail Mary and Sameba. The strategy is to distract and to move your eye off the ball. Okay. Me cause our line me so. We are focused. You can say who fat tapes of all the aspirants election yanko abena enko 40 kroma wo mu pa adwuma yo emrantie ewo edum race course kejetia enzemadwom agona nkwanta baabi bebre ya wo mani da so ane se yewura Kennedy ebebie factory ebebie adwuma na wanya bi aye sa Kofi say Kwame say no obi kura kwa se concern number 1 concern number 2 emfa adwuma ma into media me ne say mesrew so I am very focused. I am a senior member of his campaign and a yankasi ya meeting say sankomo we local station be focus on the ball, don't get distracted because a temptation and akomia kwa letter and we see
and we tell him aspire
no and I'm catch so he's courageous, he's very disciplined, he's very bold. Where we can we na dwe fiwo de wu kan after na me kwa hwe me WhatsApp so me hu asem kro a e C96 election mu a obi akoka say yewura Dubai na ko me share footage way back time na me what Ministry of Information Dubai ko 92 yeah stolen verdict 96 okoye JH Mesa Kobi Safo Edu Kobi Selby Kobi J Kufo Kobi wenya nti I don't want to digress and focus on seven previous so mo nyame ato nsafre won. The eye on the ball is 31st January ye kwa kotoaba dodo sen ena Kennedy message ato omo akoma so dodo sen ena wo mo be hye na niminyam na soma wasum grassroots emo a waboa party from 92 be si ne na wo mo hu se ekona no ayeden ye hia obi a oye kandini a wo de sword ni kura na won fa entoto fom enu ni nkoma ye bo 10 days aka ya bena me fi ha aka me na me enu pe won kra me ko mi kro me ko tena ho e polling station for edi nkoma munka yo party baby edu we at a crossroad enye de sabe chairman fo bi akotena e de microphone so moni makekeka no never to check wo nyina for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. See, yes, don't to only one and on to bo emoban. So we can't go there. Party way make us such a moment focused. 31st January. And no need make or break. Now, Kwame say quadrilateral letter. And no need victory never. We refuse to dabble into go and say this, go and say that. No. The Michael Kwe report in the car, you know. Kakra pie, you know. And no one among a year to 31st January. Na party, no. Ejin jamano. Yet to me, a canipa boom. One more jaya na bench. One more buofu. One more tea, one more dear. You have to have a unifier who will bring the factions together to get victory. Me, ne ma pam for, ni ye ya. Yetie afutuo efi senior advisors wo ayedi ye rakenechi no we are focused, we are working towards victory on the 31st of January. Now maybe penny bi kabrofo bi oswini Catherine, when your message is weak your violent plans will expose you. I'm say hey we dey ka we are plagiarism yen fa sa no mane mem ye busuako ye di efie nkomo
na ye
me to be catch say me so
na wake
na me catch say me person who say asem o kan me ye no ye party ma
because at the end of the day na so can say go be ho fi after the primaries, and how do you bring everybody on board?
Today is 10 days to D-Day. And penny for a beshaw ochna. Na ya to formation among say adribro. We are to be a money. We are to be a money. We are yenina and some be romance for all have fallen short of the glory of God. We have sinned, and the wages of sins is death. Nti ye be twaso ochna. And penny for ni na abeko. Advice
for the peace pact.
Yes, advice be enjoy the otutu gum say na maybe they make a mini pastor man nko e man say it's one party, one family. Ko ka obo so asem wo ho na fa won sa shekrata ase say Kennedy nya meboa. Se Kwame nya meboa. Se akompe kunya meboa. Na yen so yemu yen hage ye ho cause ye ti hey ye ni NDC for na be kontokwa enye internal contest nti afutuo no be ba ochina ba ema ye nsoso enkeje nwum say koka kwase ena we akase ena region chairman bi say ehia enfa adwuma emma youth no.
Okay,
so me where I sit as a senior member as is of this party, I would urge all contestants to rein in their supporters and say focus.
Okay.
Focus.
Now, one more,
focus.
60% our constituency. Overall, no. Motu abani we are saying that ususu say because also grassroots say those can so bia say
when nyachi pass you compreko beba
until
me sa me constituency so when serving preduasa minimum me fi free ho me gina abato nti me ka me dia me ka me ho na Ghana no see nyina TV etie research for eja abefu computer for ya omo de omo nim de wa research ya 3 days in a row obi about Kennedy 52 plus Kennedy 50 plus kenti say you
do trust suppose no
hey sister obi akoye na adwuma Sasha so mobile almost 17% and no more than chinye. As far back as August, almost Kennedy benya 17%. And they say research for na baso benya 52 point something. Yeah, what the bar, ye trimu nye de. And we are not relaxing. We are focused. Workers so benya 100% coach na be yejuma. Ahomachi ye frefre. Ye ni delegate kasa until the whistle is blown. Yeah, nye relent e bia say na we fi yura say dinkatia. We are leading, you say
comfortably.
You take it, but you don't relent. Obiejuma, ufi. Researcher. Me who ye. Name who be some on tourism, communication, and some baby, I'm so many expertise. One meka. Ti Obiejuma. I cannot denigrate. We are focused.
Okay.
We are working hard for Kennedy to win, as predicted, over 50%.
Okay.
The first thing is to rally the rank and file. Say, communal labor will be a meso. Na yenkonko ye juma. Now, it will be very difficult for you to bring the party. Until me, bad time. My name first sign 60,000 plus 4 and my age almost 20 years. Yenim de yehu. Science am no so a delegates nugu enyehe.
Okay. Into 2020
January
2023 primaries no. Now why na now support no?
Alan Chamatin.
Oh
yes, and
open
open. Oh yes.
Yes. Oh
yes.
Kwado we say nene dey na honorable Alan Chamatin ko honorable Africa we ndi nechi because the way I was born the kwa was the
relationship is very good. Yes.
To the person. I don't know what go be.
Me no me were MPP. Me kaiser Ochre Paul Adum bisa me na say me no me were MPP. And Yura Alan na owo MPP. Nti say ofi MPP my principles and my allegiance is to the New Patriotic Party. But you didn't say so and some make us we there. I say Ruth Naomi wait them into me and go be. And I'm oh, it's very, very, very nice.
Okay.
I mean from 2001 oh yeah, ambassador of Washington. And politics in now. Sabe yeah, Obi Onim now. He's a fine gentleman. And I made it very clear to the team. so me dear papa na me pɛ no cause me pɛ sa ye wi akofo do ka say okwa wo na be banti ma dream no e wa na me say ye nyina
aye cancer
it's on tapes it's in secondary takwa na me wo bi esi wo secondary ye wi papa wo so ankoma ne constituency ni gina stage so nti me no in my wisdom and humility no na nka se ye nyina ye be ko ni say this election America no it could go south nti o film no I'm say okay then what do we do so time no when you obi odia then you know you have to do what you have to do
okay
and that time no kra no say na ye wa ba mu na me wo after nti phone calls na ba na say ye nyina ye ko say that's what you have to do and uncle we abna baby amedu dem abu 50 na fe na be kata
wow it's not just enye mo amo pe
Debbie
and as I been mo de support Dr. Bawumia there was a directive
say there was my matter parliament that you have a 3-line whip and then everybody to say
yeah course mo supporting him
the candidate of 2024 elections
Dr. Bawumia
and say we a media person I'm focused on my candidate for the
2024 candidate
yes and we don't need to belabor the point ankoye say say na aban mu bio nti say whip no enye adwuma president chief of staff ni wo asanya me nkola beta ma wo de waso form vice ni wo MC ni wo minister ni wo obi anya obi a nti grassroots no the owo pe no they will be able to exercise freely and nyame nchadum kodua na be kan ye mekra na metu kwan say Yewura Kennedy and a lobby say former executives former appointees in aso omoma omakwenya momon to be timiti me to be nti nyina be kwa koto a wo hwe wachi me delegate with the capital D nti yetie from na yetie wiem na yetie suro na mframa na airborne enye first time be esi o Yewura Kofo airba no I was in the US with nenwom no Jake no JA Kofo but na mo no gina nyina na mo do so nso Kofo went through Yewura Akufo-Addo 208 ye call ye anyeye 2012 na dida na we kromi dem ne otiko ye ne ko Ghana nyina nso omo chinchimi yensa eje but 2016 no na utie forma nipa ni nyina ye ena wan for no amaye ntuo se sia baby aye we abena me ko Roman woso okwa sorry fakrum na ye pop survey wo beti ensam wo gate ya no ameba de o pe baby ma me de me ka se ma fa ka de amaye ntuo say advantage adan na wo di baby amewo nti it is the voices on the ground that will manifest on 31st of January Brasimwa jatem didie ne koka no enye dwuma
okay so now focus you think say this particular elections no eba say the basic ko be hu ne say fair because now there's nothing like government machinery working towards one person
exactly government machinery
bia ye muda honom obia sabi e wo nadweno kwa kwache intimidation bia ni bia
it's free and fair ena nyame nchadom enra me dem follow bibia nkakra election committee call police and the IGP no koye meeting into cordoning of the voting area no o metwa ba ni bia woni bibia ye wo ha hwe no TV so nti enye afi na machofo bi be ye lifting of weight bia o enye adwuma if you are not a delegate o ma fancy wunwure nti plan so then you where you one man one vote ya na call and they will count it transparently and everything will be free and fair me makumamu no de yetie no menim say ana committee no ebe manako
nti say
internal
nti say ni nyina kɔ ne sa na hu say bibia ye free bibia ye fair na say de usi ka no delegate na ekoto enye grassroots ni nyina na ekoto nti say ko ba ne say o man choose your candidate na ko ye different person obeyede
and I'm catch us a candidate na ye di nachi no on the 2nd of January at Love Temple that he was Mills Yewura Osofopeni na story eho na o ye Thanksgiving o kan tunanum ti o kan that is the mark of a leader say eya kansie media mi wo jedie say mo be soma me na nyame mpanwu sankoba ne sa ye nyina ye be kabo not one of them mentie and ejina baby akante no ekra chiro sabrantie o wakukuduro wo kontokwa wo mu didi watem wo mu de nsem to so. In spite of all that, your vision is clear. I want to create jobs, I want to lead the nation, I want to expand what I've done. Nemom said the nyina ye election at Sankoni say we will rally together and move. That is the hallmark of a statesman. Nti yen je ye wa rehyimu say nyame beton supaguso obemma totobosu ahwe so yie. And on the 31st esoro any form ebekasa na somdwe aba party no
okay na who said and I'm kind say in as much as we support no say different candidates, do you think some will beat me away in 2028?
My dear, a form for nekasa who vote you lose here ya 600,000 people did not vote, and that is our stronghold because the penman farm it is done factual research and yes. Western region we lost by 200,000 plus votes. 17 seats in 2 and no crab na and tokwa wo ho na eja and this for no mwanya bebrere no mujemu
understand how unjene say omo wi mi no mujemu
me say ye na wo fam
ho so be MP
na kra bebrere
so de omo pe omo amfamba aside presidential
bebrere wo
MP so de omo pe omo amfamba
oh abesinko into there we are focused. Me say Western region na me fi you nya 2 seats.
Okay
Efia Abrante no win if your vote onya na eboro presidential candidate so no na ahomete.
Okay
and the other one was like 120 margin between the NDC candidate and our candidate, so it was very contentious. And I wish na bebre no mwanya na and this no mwanya bi nti yo say eye ba mesrew abana ye kwakoto no ebe ya adwebrɛ me dey fa wa fidie so ma catch delegates anya ntokwa ena nya tamdidie ena nya ntwato so nipa naba waka na dwen wachiro na niswade hu no watie wapensem mu wahwe num no ukokodu box no yate eye prasa waka we wo mu na baby na me binum ya party fo bi na say abana ma so 31st no wo mu atu ahyeda enti wa fidie so UTV ko ba bia yesra mu aba no 31st start 7 ye be pon 2 ebe ba so ti yesra wo ye delegate utie fidie kese abana nso bebom ebe ba so
ti me nde be na wochi anopa nonso
ye ko no mienu a ya to ebi ti ntwen se mi kodi mi dwa na wi amaba beto ne preko wodo ye wura Kennedy asore ntam abane be ba so eyeda etwa to ewo January mu anopa nonso wo ho watu waba na mi wayehye se party no ebe organize mo transport ni ade nyesa aspirants obi abe ne bus na delegate na ma nti party no nhwe no so ye kwa pro no na delegate ni bisa bus be na be ba me wo asumesi te bia bus bi besi wa memfo nti se ho no mo hwe na mo ma party no se de mo ye ndadada na mo de party bus e ba no obi afu bi ene bus no no obi aye ne campaign ko do ground wa na watwa so ba enye adwebro enye asomdwe ye petumi enne ye pe
okay now bi mo yanya nte ye se obekọ national women
organizer say de be nya president
no but this is no crabs are home
we are trying. My focus is Kennedy.
The entire make
a distraction ni bi
Frederick Boadi Ediaba Honorable Catherine Ablema Afeku has sealed the victory for Ken Ohene Ejapong as the next MPP flag bearer. The incoming MPP National Women's Organizer. Super.
Abena
nipa no ene ede bae
mesi we num ye de yesu gina popo no so na na kwa na ye Japan no 31st January ye wie no a I don't want to be distracted. Okay. My focus is Kennedy Ohene Ejapong securing the majority vote to cross the presidential primaries and take on presidential campaign. Na no no wie no a once ye wie no na kwan na bie ene obese okọ Germany obese okọ Japan no na obetina fidie so na wakan. But for right now the focus is Kennedy #1, Kennedy winning, and Kennedy bringing the rank and file together with his PhD technology, patriotism, honesty and discipline. And I train te hona makuma ni nyina ne mahoden no bese eko. Yes, I say yes, you know, upon us now. I quite buy me, my pano, me, my hindi.
Okay.
Focus. My eye is on the ball.
I see. Na share a job creation. Ebimo so aka say the way honorable say is ye passionate no. We be nnwuma de. Now so say we private person na we dwuma. Different from say ubaka say me create dwuma ma oman no. Ama obi anya dwuma ye no so
there are antecedents. Oh, politics here, yeah, you bet me aye bias kakra in terms of your explanation. Memini wa Italy. Silvio Berlusconi, not a businessman. TV stations are newspapers are when he became president, no money panic so because he brings the business acumen and the political experience, not the boom. And no, we are a great politician. You are Trump, not a businessman, a real estate mogul. Obabedi and Insambi a kakra, but he is an astute politician and a businessman. There were examples, baby. Oko Asia, you have a businessman and a politician, and they tend to do well. Okay. They call them disruptive leaders. Omunye quote, Thai, IMF, GDP. They wabaha say they are unconventional and they tend to rule better.
And another
they
people
tend to rule better.
The other view say a basana at the end of the day and the businesses and thrive or the obey su the position to enrich himself now because there's no way so Beshaman company
that is speculation.
And so
that is speculation. Mrs. La until I'm a tiano. So baby are the Fabiano when we na wokan so we have to demystify. And Mr. Kennedy for the past 30-something years now we're the MP 6 years no and obi be mama nkrofo no all can wana kuma so say mama makwenya me expand no and no dey ye dey to nchen na obi bompa so omra na adwuma nwu no fa Ghana scan kokoship one was also so corruption so and you have heard him over and over. I just have credit who that's here say papa we minim no once so sa me nua no me ba no so he's anti nepotism ne cronism no into there be ono no believe in success. Now what's our blueprint now? Ghana is like a company. He's going to be the CEO, and the same model of discipline, patriotism, and honesty, will permeate. Mama examples me, Berlusconi. Me so jai na Italy for sheda panicho. Na me fa increase. My friend say, we dey be mine so, cause on so same so. Okay. Shakwe yo kwaji Greenland. Wo ba ye na so ko fie no mo ye den. Almost sign friend say they say wants to son no so no bra ade here money. And Kennedy stands at the juncture. Ghana needs that. Okay. Ghana needs somebody who jolts the sense of patriotism.
Do I want to say he'll be a I mean person may use the word radical, but this will be a banner said the city is can be on me katasumo paying no aka. Yes,
but see also will be the president. Difference but he's not going to be the type na so
because come papi you say you may be also na the betu
esa make say who be the president you rakofado me ne sen my adwuma ma no ye ne na ko campaign na mo ja show ne so obaye no
come
yes the position and the people around you. Presidency and yet he said ye nam na ye pebre na kan na me show mu dinam adam watena krom ha mo hu nyoma we nyina bi ye Rollins ye na ne friend Junior Jesus oyi military taregu na obey civilian no when who say there is a certain aura
nti sana honorable Ken
wa ye kwen dada
a year president
sana dada
Parce que biso baka sene di enti ayi hu yenti e toma no no sene we disi
but it will be a blend ono no yes flip 360 no no say Akufo-Addo wa me yes my president enti ene de be manyame wa anya no bi fix it. If you break it, fix it. Ewo nipa no were plain or ye courageous and or ye both. But odo nipa. Okay. And what the we Kennedy. When it comes to philanthropy, we are and ye kwa pro nya krana or hospitals. Now ma wo mo sabe eno nkyere say obi ntumi nya bi but it is part of his DNA. Okay. Ntanya de e besisante abena bode ru ni bi boa ye ura Kennedy. The honorable me
ja ko nti woni delegate enkasa wo mo hwe wunye na say nyame ya duma 31st die no mo nye
eje pameda si delegate si ahine for yes remu ensem de mati bebre na messages nso aba bebre de hiasisi a ne se ye de adwobreo abotre kroye ebe koye polling center akotoyaba din na se wo be pese wo be twen ati result awati wunya adaje a wakofie ma obi emedada entoto anhwenhu ani sida kofiti sei kwamiti sei wo mo gina nyina esefata wakoma mu unim de nasema waka no ato wakoma no so ye nadom ye ra Kennedy ani daw se wo be boa no no de nwuma na oba wo mpeso aso nyoma ode kyerɛkyerɛ wo no atumi abebie na waye bi wenya anya wo bakra etumiye na odosoronko a na wo party ni mu yewu akofo no abreso yewu akofo adu abreso no emra na yemfa baakoye emfa empeja the new patriotic party yebehia edamase
yenso yedawase pa busuafo Honorable Catherine Ablema Afeku, former Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, and then senior member of Honorable Ken the campaign. Yedase pa.
Abramesbe dase nyame shraw.
Na we there was a one corner on Babeju secret and the are always very long, sir.
But when you say a prayer, say one for Ken. Thank you.
Mr. Medase, mama na wa say ewo emra wenya wetimi ahwedwumadie ya ebepem sabri nti ene eya bedwafo nkita mudie no entimi amma so saso na mama fa seda ema de entire crew wechigina pa awo mo ede abome ne throughout dwumadie nyina asada kese nkoma wa wofi a woje bra wo hwen so asada kese pa enko emfa mama menda eye possible beauty house ase one echemi enwi and fefe ntu so order wo de won sabeka so and a part vintage ewo eye ba with top base e hono na wo nti wono so koda koda na won tade hyem nyina fa koda no guest mo pass through na dwumade nyina asada kese e omodia yes sorry situation so senya me ya domo a wo kyena ade kyensoma ewo hono mo ema wo na meyi mpa ye ma wo onyame ntutu ana mo nsi ye why na bia wo ko de problem bebre wo no nyame ntwe won san on kra wo na won sanu adwuma on hyira so emfa emma